Don't tell a dealer you're paying cash. Hey everyone, Kevin Hunter here, the homework guy. You may remember our original video from back in 2020 titled, Don't Say I'm Paying Cash. That video exploded, over 4 million views in just a few months, and nearly 80,000 new subscribers joined the Homework Guy channel. We did a follow-up to that with another 3.6 million views and brought in 66,000 more subscribers. Clearly, with 7.6 million combined views, this subject hit a nerve with car buyers everywhere. Today's show comes almost entirely from viewer feedback all over the U.S., and from their comments, you'll know exactly how bad it is out there for cash buyers. The truth is, after working in the car business for the past 16 years, the problem hasn't improved any. In fact, it's actually gotten worse. If you walk into a dealership and announce, I'm paying cash, you're handing the dealer ammunition they can use against you. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Now, before we dive in, let me make sure that you know about the one thing that actually makes paying cash safe and easy. It's the hassle-free car buying service offered here by the Homework Guy. If you're a cash buyer, our service protects you from being targeted by the finance office. We make it easier to buy the car the way you want to and pay for it the way you want to. If you'd like to learn more, just click the big red button that you find on the homepage at thehomeworkguy.com. Read about it now, and let's get started. Now let's bring in the amazing Elizabeth to jump into why this subject still stirs people up 5 years later.
Thanks, Kevin. If you want to understand why this video topic blew up before and why it's still so provocative now, here's the short explanation. Cash buyers think they're doing the dealer a favor saying, I'm paying in full, no loan, no hassle. But inside the dealership, you just took away their biggest profit center, financing, and everything that goes along with it. Car loans and even long terms make it easier for dealers to hide a bunch of overpriced products and tons of extra fees in your car deal. You see, dealers don't make as much money as they used to on just the sale price of a car. The internet and readily available information changed all that.
From people like us.
The real money is to be made in finance and with fees and add-ons. So when you announce upfront that you're paying cash, you trigger their survival instinct. Instead of rolling out the red carpet to make a great deal, they go into defensive mode.
Exactly, Liz, and the comments we got on those first videos prove it. Let's run through some of the stories from viewers who lived through the nightmare. Mike Rigby, 1048, nailed it in just one line. Cash at the end. They want to finance so they can throw on additional features and insurances you don't need. That's the whole story right there. The dealer needs the finance office to load you up with overpriced junk, so the minute they know you're a cash buyer, they start plotting how to make that money another way.
And Dave Mitchell 116 shared a story that perfectly illustrates how shady this gets. He walked into finance, asked if the number they agreed on was the final price, including tax, title, and license. The finance manager swore up and down that it was. So he dropped the bomb. Actually, I'd rather just pay cash. Suddenly, out of nowhere, the guy added a $700 cash fee. That's why we tell you, don't reveal your hand until the very, very end, and only after you have a VIN-specific OTD in writing in your hand. They break tons of laws, and we would help you take them down for doing that.
It's not just about made-up fees. Species RJ9SI reminded everyone of the math behind why dealers push financing so hard. Even at 1.4% interest, they write, you're paying twice the price of the car over 72 months. That's insane. Even when you get a so-called great rate, the dealer knows they'll squeeze you over time. That's why cash scares them. It kills the golden goose.
And let's not forget about the human cost. Bishop Schuler, 3015, admitted he regretted not finding our channel sooner. He ended up $11,000 upside down with a loan from Avid Finance, all because the dealer told him he had bad credit, when in reality, he had no credit. That's another dealer trick. They'll lie about your credit worthiness just to funnel you into their bad loan program. Cash buyers think they're safe from this, but tell them too soon, and you become the new target for other fees and schemes.
And here's the other side of the story told by another viewer. Stealthy Nomadica said, you just saved me a few $1,000s. Thanks very much. That's the power of knowledge. When you follow our advice, you don't get trapped. And here's Rocky Mountain Hiker 8119 said that after just 16 minutes of watching, he felt confident he'd saved several $1,000s. This is why our content has reached millions, because it works.
But this problem goes beyond individual tricks. The entire system is wired against cash buyers. Let's walk through why. First, dealers want to make financing profit. They make money marking up your interest rate, often from 1 to 3 percentage points. That alone can cost you thousands. Second, the finance office is the add-on factory. Worthless extended warranties, gap insurance, paint protection, wheel and tire coverage, key replacement. This is where they print money. None of that works if you're paying cash and walking out of the door quickly. Third, manufacturers often subsidize finance deals. That means the dealer sometimes makes money on the back end from the automaker just for writing loans. Again, cash cuts them out of this. So when you announce I'm paying cash, you basically said, I'm here to buy your product, but I'm refusing your profit center. No wonder they suddenly don't want to negotiate.
That's exactly what CU Jet pointed out years ago. Not only are the same tactics being used, but they are now unwilling to negotiate much. That's not coincidence. When cash is on the table, the dealer has less reason to deal. So what's the solution? Here's what we teach in the Homework Guy playbook. Number 1, negotiate first. Reveal cash last. Get the out-the-door price in writing before anyone knows how you'll pay. Number 2, don't bring financing into the conversation. Let the dealer assume you're open to financing, but don't commit. Always just say, I'll be interested in what the finance office has to offer if we can agree on price. And number 3, at the very end when the ink is almost dry, then reveal cash. That way, they can't backpedal on the deal without looking shady.
And BF 945 gave us one of the best real-life success stories proving that this works. He spotted a dealer pulling math tricks, called them out, and walked away when they tried to shame him. 10 minutes later, the sales manager called him back with almost his exact price, and he paid cash. The difference? He didn't show his hand until the deal was nearly done. That's how smart buyers win.
Now let's pause here and remind everyone, if you're a cash buyer, the single best way to protect yourself is to use the Homework Guy car buying service. We cut through all of this garbage. We negotiate on your behalf, shield you from the finance games, and make it easy for you to buy the car you want and pay for it how you want to. Hit that red button on the homepage at thehomeworkguy.com. It's the most stress-free way to buy with cash.
All right, let's bust another myth we see in the comments. Some dealers actually give discounts for cash. No, once in a blue moon, but pretty much never. 24Bellers20 said they bought 8 cars from a dealer in the UK that does exactly that. Well, good for them, but let's be real. That's not the U.S. system. American dealers are built on finance profits, not cash profits. In fact, they often punish cash buyers with fees to make up for the lost back-end profits. So don't fall into the trap of thinking you'll be rewarded for cash here in the States. If that happens, it's the rare exception, not the rule.
And speaking of punishments, let's revisit that Dave Mitchell 116 story. The dealer literally invented a $700 cash fee. Think about how insane that is. You're trying to hand them money, and they charge you extra. That's how backwards the business model has become. This is why our 2020 videos hit millions of views. People can't believe how messed up the system is until they live through it themselves.
Let's touch another angle, the myth that paying cash makes you more serious as a buyer. Dealers love to say things like, if you're not financing, you're not a real customer. But we have plenty of viewers prove the opposite. Danny Curtis 2591 told a story where the salesman accused him of not wanting them to make money. He replied, nothing personal, but I don't give a damn whether you make anything or not. He walked out, and he walked out proud. That's the mindset buyers need. You're not there to make friends, and you're certainly not there to guarantee the dealer's profits. You're there to get the best deal for yourself.
Exactly. And Laura Lisa added a practical tip. When you do pay cash, use a certified check. If you walk in with more than $10,000 in actual bills, you trigger federal reporting and scrutiny, plus waving a stack of cash around is just asking for attention that you don't want. So certified check or bank wire transfer at the end, that's how you finish a deal easily and safely.
Now let's zoom out. Why does this matter? Why do we keep hammering on this? Because cash buyers represent a real threat to the dealer business model, and we know they are still out there because we see tons of cash buyers in our car buying service. Every time a buyer gets educated and avoids the finance traps, it forces the industry to adapt. And when millions of people do it, like the millions who watched our earlier videos, it puts pressure on dealers everywhere. The system only survives because consumers keep feeding it. But informed cash buyers disrupt the machine and force it to change.
And that's the power of this channel. The reason our first 2 videos went viral is because people finally realized they weren't crazy. The system really is stacked against them. And by sharing these videos, tens of thousands of subscribers helped us build a movement that informed buyers. So let's do it again. If you're watching this, don't just take notes. Share this video. Send it to your friends. Post it on social media. Play an active role in changing the car business. Don't wait. Do your part now while you're thinking about it. The bottom line is, the more buyers we educate, the more power we take back from the dealership business model.
So if you decide to go it alone, let's wrap it up. Don't ever announce you're paying cash up front. Negotiate first from home, get it all in writing, and reveal that you're paying cash last at the very end. Know the tricks cash buyers can face: bogus fees, add-ons, and markups. Protect yourself with certified checks or our car buying service. And most importantly, share this knowledge so that other buyers can be protected too.
There you have it, folks. Sadly, dealers hate cash buyers, and now you know why. But with the Homework Guy Playbook, you don't have to fall for their traps. And if you want the easiest path possible, click the red button on our homepage at thehomeworkguy.com. Our car buying service will protect you, handle the negotiations, and let you buy the car the way you want, including if you want to pay cash. We've done it before. Millions of views, tens of thousands of subscribers, buyers saving thousands of dollars each time. Let's do it again. Share this video, spread the word, and together we'll change the car business one car deal at a time. Remember, with our car buying service, we do all the work
so you don't have to.
God bless you all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.